All right, everyone. Unfortunately, U.S. and what they call Israel started bombing Iran early in the morning, which is daytime for the people in Iran. And loss of life is inevitable. There are people who are no longer going to be on planet Earth alive because of unnecessary elite white male ego. All right. And so my condolences to the people who have already been impacted. It happened during daytime. And so the impact of that is that people were possibly at work, um, children dropped off at school or daycares. And so now families not being together is going to try to see if their loved ones are okay in the midst of this bombing by what they call Israel and the U.S. So let's unpack this. And again, our hearts go out to all the people in Iran scrambling right now. We know that this here is the last stands for white elite men to be in control. I don't like talking about religion in this context because it really boils down to white males, elite white males, and authority and power in leadership, and how we can't satisfy the greed spirit and the control spirit in those elite white men. Whether we talking about what they call Israel or here in the U.S. or in Western Europe, this is a problem. It's been a problem, but it's a problem that God is allowing to lose its influence and prestige, which is a great thing. The rest of the world gets it. I believe the rest of the world knows that this here is an unjust reason to kill and attack someone. We did the same thing with Iraq. Did the same thing saying it was weapons of mass destruction when it wasn't. And the bottom line is it's about control, greed. It's two things that you can't satisfy. So as their population continues to dwindle, I'm hopeful and I feel encouraged that Africa's rise is going to make the world peaceful, make the world a better place. Because remember, Israel and America don't have nuclear weapons without Congo and Africa. Africa and Russia primarily controls all the uranium in the world. And so Russia has the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons, but it's on their land. Israel, America, and all the others got it from Africa. And so as Africa continue to rise and start kicking out the evil and the descendants of the savages, as they kick them out and stop giving them unfettered access to the resources, you're going to have better negotiations. Here in the U.S., there should be 14 black senators, U.S. senators, 7 states times 2 senators from each state. There should be 14 black senators. The Senate is the most powerful body, legislative body on earth. The Senate can stop anything any president is trying to do. And so if we had our 14 black senators who don't necessarily mean they will be on our side, on the side of humanity. They might be the type that believe in supporting non-Americans first. So that doesn't guarantee it, but we'll have a better chance to impact those 14 black senators if we were organized the way we're organizing now, block by block. Because that can impact any president's decision when you got 14 senators that can say no and help work with their peers or override any veto that the president could do. So I'm going to keep that so we'll know locally what we should be doing. 7 states, we need to be really, really organizing our people. And we can't do that if we're sitting on the sidelines, if we're hopeless, if we feel like this is just the way it is. But any politicians that believe that we should be supporting what they call Israel should really look in the mirror. Your job is to, number one, take care of the people who pay your salary, taxpayers here. We're spending money, we're costing lives, we're building more resentment of the people in the Middle East. And it's all for white elite male control, dominance. And then to our Arab brothers over there who are Semitic in lineage, I think it's very unfortunate for you to go along with the white elite male's agenda and sell out your fellow Arab brothers. And you got there's about 5 or 6 countries in the Arab world that allows the white elite men to dominate, have used their land for bases and things of that nature. And the elite white males got to be held to account for what they do, how they unrepentant, how they haven't paid reparations, and so this their last stance though. This the last stance. Again, by 24 years, by 2050, Africa would be the most populous continent. It has the youngest population now, and a lot of these Fortune 500 companies and elite white men companies are gonna have to tailor to the new audience, the new consumers, and those consumers now merge with the elite, not the elite, but the black African Americans. Is going to put us in a position to where we're trading with them, we're doing business with them to prop and support them, and then that'll give us an outlet that we need. Black Americans need an outlet. Not that we all want to leave, but we just need to have the sanctuary, the place to go where we can be sovereign without the things that affect us every day. So just to the Arab sellout brothers, shame on you. Arab lives are being lost and it shouldn't be. And then to the white elite men, your time is up. This your last stands. Keep in mind, what they call Israel is less than Illinois' population. So all this here for a place smaller than Illinois. Illinois, 12, 13 million people. Israel, 9 million people. And the people that's there, let's just say, when they look in the mirror, I hope they like what they see. That's why I'll leave it there. So I just wanted to come on here and acknowledge that what I was afraid of took place, but I got to trust God that he's in control of all things, and that this could be the last straw that really turns regular white men and people against the elite white men that is doing all of this stuff. All the problems in our society, nationally, globally, come from what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening in what they call Israel, Western Europe, and then white America. Those are the 4 problem places that have turned Arabs against each other, have turned Koreans against each other, North Korea, South Korea, and it comes back to that greed and control, and their time is up. So to my black people, as I conclude here, the biggest thing we have to do is 2 things. We have to get in formation. We got to learn the formation so we know what formation to get into it. That means we have an alignment that we need to get in with each other so we can maximize the resiliency, the trials and tribulations that built us and made us stronger, so we can really maximize who we are. We are richer than 40 countries. We have spending power more than Spain, but we haven't actualized that, which is why we don't have black elected officials in power, because we got all this power that we haven't lined up so we can elect people who's going to do what we say, not what they call Israel telling them to do, or the other communities that are rallying around exploiting black people. So we got to get in alignment, and then we have to get on schedule. And what I mean by schedule is that we're all over the place. That hurts the world. It hurts us first, but it hurts the world too, because the world needs black people in alignment and on schedule so that we can bring that humanity, that forgiveness, that understanding that we have, how we forgive everyone despite what they do. The world needs that, but we have to love on each other first so that we can export that to the rest of the world. So that's it. Very disappointed, but I trust that God is in control, and this is going to have its place. But to all those people who lost their loved ones and will lose their loved ones, we won't forget. This here is a pivotal moment in society when the white elite male decline is going to take place. So we do this. We're going to organize. We're going to turn things around, and we will not forget your sacrifice to people who are no longer here as a result of white elite males' ego. Thanks.